Detroit Den 313. We're back. Turkey Day game. Before we get going, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you don't miss this icon. Steve, talk to the people.
Thanksgiving Day game, prime time. Everybody's off work except for some people. We are off, but we know a lot of people who will be working. Turkey Day tradition. Detroit Lions football parade. Got the Packers coming in round 2 with the division rival. I'm excited, man. I see 9-2 in the future. I think we take a stranglehold on this division. I think we take a big step today, but I think we're in for a little bit more of a dogfight than what we got last time we played at Green Bay.
Think so?
I think Green Bay's playing better. I think they're playing better now than they were at the beginning of the season, but I still think we're a little overpowered for them.
That's interesting, man. I felt like last week you thought we had this thing in the bag, and I was like, whoa, pump the brakes. And then this week you feel like we got our hands full potentially, and I feel like we got this thing in the bag, man. I feel good about this week.
We swapped roles.
We did, man. I feel great about it.
Here's the only thing about last week's game is now listen, I'm going to say something. I'm going to toot both our horns here.
Talk to me.
When we talk about what needs to happen on game day, if it happens, we win. What we've said in the 2 losses are things that, I mean, maybe we're pointing out the obvious, but we've called what needs to happen in games. And if it's happening, we're winning. If it's not happening, we're losing.
Yeah, we have been pretty dead on, man. I didn't even think about that. That is pretty legit.
So Packers coming in, crowd's going to be amped up. I know a lot of people looking for tickets. It's a hot ticket for in town. I think this one's a hotter ticket than the Monday night game. I've had a lot of people asking me if I got any leads on tickets. Like I just have tickets to just give away.
I mean, they know who we are.
I mean, I guess, but guys, we don't have that kind of pull just yet.
Yeah. Call Dan. We already used our complimentary 2 tickets from Dan. We can't be. Probably shouldn't overcall him, huh?
Yeah, don't want to bug him on game day.
Right.
Lions are relatively healthy. Nothing out of the ordinary on the injury report. Nothing really brand new or anything really sticking out. Frank's still on the injury report, but he's probably going to play. Jonah Jackson still on the injury report. Nothing really new to report there is what we're saying. Just, we're not going to talk too much about injuries because there's nothing really new.
Yeah, on that side, but on the Packers side, I think the whole Packers team is on the injury report.
They are banged up. Yeah. And, this is the NFL. No one feels bad for you. We went through our bumps when we had a lot of guys on the injury report, and it's just, next man up. You got to do what you got to do. So let's handle business. It is
astronomical, though. They had 16 guys. The guys like Zaire Alexander, A.J. Dillon, Rashawn Gary, Devondre Campbell, Aaron Jones probably isn't going to play. Darnell Savage, Rudy Ford, who had the interception against us last time. I mean, the list goes on, but they got some dudes. If we could just get half of those guys to go ahead and take Turkey Day off, spend it with their families, I'd be all right with it. I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, no, I mean, Lions fans aren't going to feel sad for Green Bay being injured. So it is what it is. Next man up. That's just the nature of the beast. But like I said, I think we just no match. Even if they were fully healthy, I'd still feel pretty confident. I think the Packers, I think they're in like the beginning stages of their rebuild. They haven't fully committed to being in a rebuild, but I think it's going to come. I don't know about Jordan Love, but he's the quarterback for now. So I don't know. I don't know what the Packers are doing, but I like our odds. I don't think Jordan Love. I think he's probably the worst quarterback in the division, if I'm being honest.
Whoa.
I'm going to be, yeah. I mean, who's worse? Who's
Jada
worse?
Pinkett Smith?
Oh, yeah. Well, I still consider Kirk Cousins their starter. He's just hurt.
Is he, though?
Until next year. You mean Little Bill? Who's your key players for these games? Who we think is going to be the matchup to look out for?
Honestly, man, I think it's this offensive line, man. With Rashad Gary has pretty much been their disruptor over there in Green Bay. If he plays, we got to neutralize him. Can't let him get going. And then our key player, our key to victory is Quay Walker doing what Quay Walker does and just having some type of mental breakdown during the game that just goes ahead and pushes us over the edge.
I will say this. Quay Walker, when we played him the first time, he was having a phenomenal game against Jahmyr Gibbs. He was taking him out of the equation. Now, Jahmyr Gibbs has come a long way since then, I would say. He's really developed. He's got more of a role. We kind of are using him in a nice way, but Quay Walker was all over him. And then he made that one big mistake where he jumped over the center, kind of took the game out of the Packers' hands. But my key is I want to see Brian Branch because he got banged up in that first Packers game where he rolled his ankle. and we're both holding our breath. I want to see him play a full game against Green Bay. He started playing very well last week with a bunch of tackles for losses. I want to see him continue that. I want to see him on some of these receivers. AJ Dillon, I want to see him blow him up a couple times. I'm excited for a Brian Branch game here.
Man, I think we just need to dominate this game from start to finish and not let these guys get confidence. Jordan Love threw for 300 plus yards last week. He started to get rolling, man. Let's not let him get confidence. I feel like this receiving core of Green Bay is kind of like by committee. They don't have a dude that just stands out like he's just the guy. Jalen Reed from Michigan State has been making plays for them guys from like doing reverses and, you know, catching little underneath routes, kind of like our Khalif Raymond type stuff. So it's like, do not let this committee, Dobbs and Watson and all of these guys get going.
Is Watson on their injury report? I thought I saw he was banged up.
I can't remember if he was on their injury report or not, but I know he played last week. So,
I mean, yeah, they torched the Chargers, but we torched them the week before. I think that just goes to show that the Chargers are really just trash. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're yet to be seen, man. I just feel like the Packers don't have enough. Again, we talk about it every week. Go for roster. While I like some of these Green Bay Packers, I don't think that they got enough to slow down what we're doing in Detroit, man. I think David Montgomery rushed for 100 plus yards on him last time, I believe. I didn't look that up ahead of time, but that's going off of memory. Guys, feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But I feel like David Montgomery, he had a game against them last time. Gibbs is rolling now, so I think Jameer could potentially be another threat for those guys to keep them honest. And then if you deal with that, good luck with this pass game. Just same as usual every week. Get those guys playing from behind, make them one-dimensional, and then let's go ahead and eat this turkey early around halftime.
Yeah, I want to see a full game. No more bullshitting around. No more, we let a team hang around in the third quarter, and then in the fourth quarter we got to make a couple plays. Let's just play a consistent all-around game of football today. Or
maybe
tomorrow,
maybe score some points in the third quarter, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, this I don't know what's going on after halftime. I don't know what's being taught. Like, are they just sitting in the locker room eating Laffy Taffies at halftime, or what are we doing? But coming out of halftime, more times than not, it's very, very concerning that we're just coming out and kind of laying an egg.
Yeah, I'm not too pressed about it, man, because it seems like come crunch time when this offense needs to make plays, they always do. So, I don't know. These third quarter woes are something that I think we'll end up figuring out, man. It'd be one thing if we were having a full half of woes, like the second half, we couldn't get anything going. But that shows me that obviously we have the potential and ability to be able to have a full game. And again, just like Dan Campbell has said a bazillion times, December is when we're going to play our best football.
Yeah, we're getting there. I mean, we got two games within 4 days. So, I mean, that's another factor. I think that with the injury report for the Packers, it's kind of a bigger factor for them. They're really not getting any practice time between now and Thursday. It's just kind of like rest, recovery, some film. You're not really practicing right now. So I think us being healthy is going to probably be the biggest X factor in this game.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm just looking forward to too, man. Just seeing what this defense can do. We got a couple sacks last time we played them. Can we get something going? I know that the senior citizen that we just recently signed, it sounds like he's not going to be playing. I feel like this would have been a good game to kind of get him out there and see what he had. But maybe we get some Donovan Peoples-Jones going, man. Like let's get this thing in hand and let's start distributing this rock around and getting a look at some of these new guys.
I got a trivia question for you, William. I want to see if you know the answer to this.
I don't.
Can you tell me the last time? And this is for everyone. Can you tell me the last time that the Lions won on Thanksgiving?
The last time the Lions won on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Where was Lynn Barney playing at the time, or
it's been a while, man.
Charlie Sanders? What were we talking about?
2016 was the last time the Lions have a win on Thanksgiving, and that was against the Vikings. It's been almost 8 years.
Wow.
Like for the Lions to have a draw, we play on Thanksgiving every year too. So that's the thing. Like, I mean, obviously, if you're Lions fan,
really just stick that knife in there.
I think we break the curse today. I don't know what kind of curse it is. I don't know who made it, but we lost to the Buffalo Bills. It's just been a rough stretch of Thanksgiving Day games. A lot of division opponents. First time we've played the Packers on Thanksgiving since 2013. So a 10-year stretch here with no Packers on Thanksgiving. So I think we get it done. I think the curse gets reversed today or tomorrow.
And man, we almost popped those Buffalo Bills, man, last time. If it wasn't for Stephon Diggs making a huge play to kind of seal that thing for those guys, I think we were going to get them. So, playing a team that isn't anywhere near the caliber of the Buffalo Bills, I think if we come out again and take care of business, we should be just fine, man. We'll be doing a post-game show, celebrating, probably barely able to talk because we're so stuffed full of turkey.
I won't be stuffed full of turkey. I'll be at the game. I'm not going to have any turkey until late that night. So I might be. Here's a non-football question: turkey or ham?
Both.
Thank you. All right. Well, that's the only right answer. Got to have both.
All right. Your cake and eat it too, baby.
Got to. What is a concern of yours going into this game?
This defense getting going. Green Bay's got a good defense, man. If these guys are healthy and they're playing, if they get going, man, they can make this game a tough game. Jared Goff has shown that if you rattle him a little bit, he can start to have a rough day. And even though, again, I don't attribute everything last week to being his fault, but even prior to last week, Goff has had games where he struggled. So if Quay Walker gets going again, Rashad Gary starts getting a rush, Jair Alexander is, somehow, some way giving Amon-Ra a tough look if he's out there. This thing could get tough, man, and it could get tight, man. Just don't let them get any confidence. That would be my only worry. This defense getting some momentum and getting our offense on our heels.
I like it. I'm with it. I understand.
What you thinking?
My biggest concern is it's not a concern. Like I got to tread carefully here, but I need to see Goff have a bounce back. I need to see him make better decisions, not turn the ball over. I know some of those turnovers last week were a little bad luck, but I just got to see him take care of the ball. I don't want to see the Packers get any extra possessions. I think they have some pieces when they're healthy, but right now where they sit today with some pieces being either banged up or out, I think Christian Watson and Jaron Reed, I don't think they're going to be enough. I don't think that's enough to beat the Lions. So keep the turnovers limited to preferably 0, and don't give them any extra chances.
Yeah, no, I think that's dead on, man. I'm gonna be absolutely honest, man. I kind of feel bad because my excitement is high, but my energy is low for these Green Bay Packers. But it feels great because I don't feel uncomfortable about this game. And I talked about this at the beginning of this season. My dream would be to wake up on a Sunday, Thursday, right? But wake up on game days and feel like, man, we should be all right, man. I feel like the Lions are gonna kick some butt today. And I'm there. I'm there, man. I'm waking up this Thursday. I'm going to be preparing to go to the game and watch the Lions kick some butt. And that's where I'm at,
You're not going to do anything before that?
Before the game?
You're not going to see Santa Claus at the parade?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Unbelievable. If you don't believe, you don't receive. Everyone knows that.
I didn't say I didn't believe. I said I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's been we've only been doing this podcast business for less than a year. So we have never been in a boat where we just wake up and we feel confident. Where we just feel like the Lions have a better chance than not of winning football games. Like the games that we've lost are teams that, all right, we could get into the Seattle game. That really came down to a coin flip. We went out and got our butts whooped against Baltimore. They're probably in my opinion, one of the top 3 teams in the NFL. We had a little clunker against Chicago, no big deal. But I think, like I said, we kind of let them hang around with turnovers. So when the Packers are coming here, if we just take care of business and don't turn the ball over, we're gonna be fine.
You know what I do? What I'm like, I have a nice little meal in front of me, but I had a big lunch. I play with my food, man. I think that's what we were doing with Chicago. We're just messing around with our food. Yeah. Once Grammy came in, she said, "Hey, clean that plate up." Jared just went out there and said, "Okay, all right, let me stop messing around." All right, that's all that was, man. Now we're back to business. We touched that stove. We realized it was hot last week. We realized that we got to put a full game together and not play with these little brothers. You know what I mean? And that's what we're gonna see this Thursday, man. We're gonna take Green Bay out to the shed. We're gonna melt the cheese.
I was not expecting a food analogy with Jared Goff. It kind of caught me off guard. So the MVP or the player of the game usually gets the turkey leg. Who do you think's going to be eating that turkey leg?
Player of the game?
Yeah.
Man, golly. That's a good question, man. I think that I'm going to go with the probably popular choice because big moments, this guy. Okay, let me not even say big moments. He just shows up every moment. Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's going to have a turkey day to remember. Putting a stamp on that drought that we've had in Turkey Day losses. And go ahead. I'm gonna put him for 10 catches, 150, 2 tutties.
Two
tutties.
I'm gonna say this. My prediction: they better have 5 turkey legs because I think that whole offensive line is going to get them.
Love it.
I see it. I think we're running for 200. Just a gut feeling. Ooh. Just a gut feeling. I don't know why. I think we're going to have a big day on the ground. I think that this Thursday, tomorrow, we're going to have that big Jahmyr Gibbs long touchdown run, 55 yards plus.
I love to see it, man.
So I think that O-line's going to feast. I think they're going to be eating some turkey legs after the game. So Fox Sports, you better bring some extra turkey.
Yeah, that's the big boys can eat. So you already know they're going to be ready to take care of business.
What else we got, William? Anything else?
That's it for me, man. I'm just looking forward to getting out there, man. Waking up on a Thanksgiving, season ticket holder, going out there, enjoying ourselves, coming home, bragging about what we just did to the Green Bay Packers, and sleeping good, man. Sleeping good.
I can't wait. We get a little bit of a bye week after this too. Nice little 10-day break. Not without getting too far ahead of ourselves, but we're not very banged up right now. So I think a 10-day break is going to be very beneficial for this team. Get those bumps and bruises healed up, get some kinks worked out. Maybe we'll do a show about some other possibilities later on. I don't want to tip our hand too much, but there's some stuff out there in the NFL world going on that Steve and Will are going to be talking about here pretty soon, hopefully.
Facts.
So Thanksgiving Day game, prediction, score. Give it to me.
Too easy. You want me to go with the exact score, or you want me to give other people a chance to succeed?
Exact score.
All right. I feel great about this, by the way. I'm going with the Lions 28, the Green Bay Packers. Well, 28, and you might even see Teddy Bridgewater. Not because Goff got injured, because we just go up 28-0. Right? I think you're going to see 28-0 probably going into the end of the third quarter, and Packers will get like 28-7. That's what I'm gonna go with. They'll sneak in a touchdown on the back end of this game.
You think it's just gonna be an ass whooping, huh?
We are just been those boys over this week.
I hope you're right. I think the Packers are gonna at least score. I'm gonna say 37-20 Lions. I think the offense is gonna keep rolling. We're going to just forget about that Green Bay or that Packers game. Not Packers. Jesus Christ, Steve. Come on, get your stuff together. The Bears, we're going to throw that first 3.5 quarters out. We're going to roll that offense from there, from 5 minutes left in that game, all the way through Thanksgiving. We're going to be rolling. Offensive line's going to feast. Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery probably going to run wild. I think J-Mo might even get a jet sweep touchdown. Get him the ball. He did He had a touchdown against Green Bay last year, but it got called back on a holding on that deep cross. I think he's going to get another one. I think he's going to keep staying hot, keep building his confidence. So that's my score.
I like it.
If you guys have a comment, leave it down below. We talked a lot of game day stuff. Leave your score predictions, some players to look out for. Hit the like button. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. We will be back. Hopefully we're talking 9-2, going into a little mini bye and getting ready for this last stretch of the NFL season. We will be.
Peace.